everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I'm gonna do a hair video, which I've never done before. Kind of looking forward to it, kind of very nervous about it because I don't really know how it's going to go because I've never really done these videos, but I hope you will enjoy. So I'm going to show you how I curl my hair and talk you through a couple of the products that I've been using and loving recently. So usually I will wash my hair, use shampoo, conditioner, sometimes I'll use a conditioning mask. It really depends on how my hair is feeling and how it's looking. But once that's done, first step out of the shower is usually to add some sort of sea salt spray, like a styling spray. So I've been really loving the KMS Hair Play Sea Salt Spray. This is probably one of my fave sea salt sprays. I think it works really nicely. So usually I will just spray this on my hair when it's quite wet and then rough blow dry it. The reason why I rough blow dry my hair is because I have very straight hair. I don't need to sort of be there with the brush and do like the full blowout blow dry. Like I just don't need to do that because it will dry super straight anyway, regardless of how I blow dry it. So I typically do that, and that's why most of the time my hair is straight, because I'm a little bit lazy with it and that's the most I can do. But when I add my hair play into that, it just gives me like a little bit more movement with my hair, and I think it just makes it look a little more alive as opposed to looking like super limp and super straight. So I have been enjoying using this, and I particularly enjoy adding this if I am going to curl my hair, because obviously it gives me a bit more movement, a bit more volume, and then when I curl it, it looks a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my hair now. I hope it will be like okay on camera, but I always use some sort of heat protect spray. Currently I'm using the GHD heat protect spray. It's not my favorite, like I've had this for ages though, and it's still going strong, so it lasts quite long regardless of being quite small. It's 120 ml, but it lasts really long. I've been using this for ages. I don't think it's amazing, but like it does the job, so it's fine. So generally speaking, I will section my hair. I used to sort of divide it into sections from here again and sort of do the bottom layer and then do the top layer, but to be honest I just can't be bothered, and yeah, so I don't. I'm gonna have to brush it because it is a little bit knotty. I'm really bad when it comes to brushing my hair, and generally speaking I rarely ever brush my hair, but it is a little bit knotty at the moment. It's not freshly washed, that's why, so it is going to start to get a little bit knotty, but I'm just going over with a tangle teaser to get out any knots. Kind of feel like I probably shouldn't be wearing a black top because my hair's going to blend, but didn't really think that through. But anyway, once that's done, I'm just going to go ahead with my heat protect spray and just spray that all over. Again, go through it with my fingers, like I said, nothing too fancy. And then the curlers I'm currently using and really enjoying are from Babyliss. These were like £17. I got them on Amazon and they were really inexpensive. They come with this like brush section, but I don't actually use that. I just take that off and I just use the wand. What I would say is though, this is a very small wand. I feel like if my hair was longer, like as long as it used to be, this would be too little for it. I literally think my hair would have to go over, like wrap it over numerous times. It's quite short, but for my hair at this length, it works fine. It's got like different heat levels and stuff as well. I always just use it on the max. I use it on 10 and just wait for it to heat up and then go ahead. And so the way I do it is usually just get a small section, sort of like a rough section, maybe this much, grab it however I can, and then put my curler underneath and then just do that basically. Curl my hair, wrap my hair around the tongue, and usually I'll hold it for like 20 to 30 seconds. It depends how hot my curlers are and how big the like strand of hair is as well. And basically I'm just going to do sort of the whole length of hair on this side until it's all curled, just like again picking out a section. Some of them are bigger than others, some are thinner, and I try to like curl in the same direction as well. So I always just pop in my curler and then curl the hair like under it, if that makes sense, so that the wand is under my hair, and then obviously I just wrap around that strand of hair, count for around 20 to 30 seconds and then let go. When I'm at the front section of my hair and it's a little bit thicker, I try to like divide it to keep me with one slightly shorter for the front, so if ever I want to do any sort of hairstyles with my hair up or anything like that, I find that that's a little bit nicer to just have the front two a little more defined. So just curl those a little bit shorter length of time if necessary, but yeah, it's just super simple, super quick. You don't need to be super like refined with everything. You don't need to get the exact same amount of hair for each strand. I just think like this, it gives you a little bit of a natural wave once it's all brushed out. And there we go, that's one side kind of all curled. I don't have a mirror in front of me, which is why I keep looking at the viewfinder and next to me, because that's where my mirror is. But yeah, I'll just look over it. If there are any strands that I sort of missed, if there's any like one strand of hair that hasn't been curled, I'll go back and curl that one. But yeah, I'll leave it like this. I won't do anything to it. I won't touch it. And then I'll go ahead and do the next side. As I go for the next side, obviously it's already been brushed, so that's fine. I think I've missed a bit, yeah. Obviously it's already been brushed, so that's fine. I'll go in again with my heat protecting spray, brush that through a little bit, because I always find it leaves my hair feeling a little bit wet. And then just do the same thing again. Get sort of rough sections. I always start at the back so that I don't forget the back. So then I'll pop my curler right under, wrap my hair around it, and then just hold it in place for like 20 to 30 seconds. It depends. If it starts getting a little bit hot around my scalp, I'll know, okay, it's time to get loose. And yeah, just carry on. Same thing, other side. Okay, and so once it's all curled like so, and looking a little bit ridiculous, obviously. Like I said, I don't take them out. I just sort of like leave them like this for a little bit. This one hasn't curled properly at the bottom. I'll just look over it again. Some of them might not curl that well, or maybe a strand of hair that was too big, so I will just go over that to try and give it back a little more bounce. So that's all curled, or looking a little bit crazy. I don't really know if you can see against my jumper, which was a bad move, but yeah, just curled ever so slightly, like a little bit randomly, really. No rhyme or reason, just how it is. And then what I'll do is just using my fingers brush through it. That way it will give me more of a like natural wave. They'll sort of like drop a little bit, and also it won't look as harsh. It won't look as much as like ringlets basically. So just go through with my fingers. And so once I've brushed through that, it does always look a little voluminous and sometimes a little bit crazy, but it's just as it's sort of like going to start to die down. But I do want to try and keep them for as long as possible. Usually the next day they won't look this curled or like this defined, but they will end up dropping down and be a bit more wavy, which I quite like. So in order to achieve that and hope that that will happen, I use the Mark Hill Magic Curl Spray. It's meant to be quite good for curls. It's meant to sort of work in a way that it just like keeps her curls a little bit longer, and it's also got heat protectant in there. Spray quite a bit of that on. And then usually I will just leave it like that. I don't typically do too much to it after that. I find that that sort of helps keep them in place, and it's not so like gooey and like icky as hairspray can sometimes be. I find that if I use hairspray, sometimes my hair ends up feeling a little bit like pieces of straw and stuff, and I don't like love the feel of hairspray. So that's why sometimes I will just settle for that. But if I want them to last a little bit longer, if I've potentially done it for a light out, or I want it to last for a good few days, then I will use some sort of finishing or hairspray. This is a Maria Neela one. It's their finishing spray. It's 100% vegan. It's a really nice hair care brand actually. And I will just go ahead and use that to hairspray and finish things off. And there we go. That's how I do my curls, how I've been doing them recently. I really am enjoying it at the moment. I think it looks really quite nice. Even just for like behind your shoulder, just having that sort of wave I think is super pretty. I think it looks super flattering. Depending on how long I want it to last, or how long I have my hair like this, I could potentially need to like freshen it up, zhuzh it up a little bit. I can always go ahead with my curlers again and just go in and add a couple more defined curls if I need to. And if ever my hair is getting a little bit greasy, or I feel like potentially, particularly because I've just like put in so much product and stuff, sometimes it weighs down my hair and it ends up feeling greasier quicker. And if that does happen, dry shampoo is your best friend. This is the Batiste dry shampoo. Just, this isn't the classic, this is the Edgy and Romantic Tempt. It's just a different scent basically. You can get so many different scents of dry shampoo. You can basically get a ton of different things when it comes to dry shampoo, but Batiste is one of my faves. And so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see more kind of hair or beauty related things. Do just let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. A big thank you for watching. Bye.